All right. Hello, my loves. It is your favorite nurse, LaKayla Tellis, coming back to you again with a few more tips for my lovely nurses. So, today's topic is going to be about balancing school and your personal life. So, let me reintroduce myself. I'm LaKayla Tellis. I'm a registered nurse out of the state of Illinois. I've been a nurse now for 21 years. Unbelievable, right? Don't I look good though? But seriously, I'm the owner of Iconic Voice LLC, which I educate and train in CPR, and I'm a certified CNA instructor as well. And I also am the founder of Iconic Nurse Network Outreach. Which is my nonprofit organization that I am so fond of and so proud of. That's my newest baby of 2022. So, back to the topic at hand, balancing school and your personal life. So, when you're in nursing school, I know that you're excited. You finally got accepted to your program. Typically, I don't know how it works other places, but I know typically it's pretty hard to get in nursing school. Either there's a lottery, a waiting list, or something of the sort. So, it takes a lot of time. So, once you're the chosen one, it's like so exciting. But I'm also sure that you have heard from other nursing students or previous nursing students that, oh my gosh, your life is over. You won't have time to work. You can't do this. You can't do that. And you just feel like your whole life will be consumed just on nursing school, right? Or right. Yeah. So I've heard this, and also they say, oh, you can't work. Well, you can. And depending on what field you're in now will determine where you can work, what hours you can work, but we'll get into that. All right, so my first tip, number one, is make the decision to commit to your goals. So you have to have goals. So maybe the goals should be number one, and two is the commitment. So you know your goal, ultimate goal, is to pass your class and to become a nurse, right? Well, that's the obvious. But you have to really make the decision to commit to everything that you are going to deal with and face during nursing school. You have to have time for class, you have to have time for clinicals, you have to have time to study. And that's not just studying at home, that's also studying in groups with your classmates, or maybe you need extra attention with your work, so you may need a tutor or some type of mentor that you can work with. And believe me, that's fine. Whatever it takes for you to pass your classes. Honestly, I believe my prerequisites was more challenging than the actual nursing program. And that's just my opinion, but it's different for everybody. Um, so number two is very important. Get organized, okay? So this means have a calendar. Utilize an actual physical calendar, whether it's a planner, a big one that you can fit, maybe in a purse or a backpack, something like that. Or you can use like a desk calendar, like I use this. But as you can see, I have three calendars. I have a lot going on, so I need access to everything that I'm doing. So not only do I have my physical calendars, but I utilize my calendar within my phone. And I try to make sure that everything I have to do is totally synced within that, with amongst all my calendars. So I know you're like, that's crazy. Well, maybe, but you want to keep up, you want to have reminders, and it's just good to practice that, because you're going to have so many different activities going on, and this is going to be very demanding, honestly. So you also want to have access to your calendars no matter where you are. And what you may have on your phone may not match what's on paper. So that's why it's important to make sure that you are setting up your calendars at the same time and making sure everything matches from day to day, month to month, etc. Another tip on getting organized as far as dates. Here's the deal. When I started nursing school, well, when I started my RN program, I was a mother, but my child was not a school age child, so I didn't have to worry about his school schedule. But now I'm at a point, if I wanted to go back to school now I have four children, and it's very important for me to know their schedule for school. That helps me to figure out what I can and cannot do, or days that are like the days that they have off from school. Those are days that I can do something outside of the norm of making sure they go to school, get home, get fed, blah, blah, blah. Motherly duties, right? So that's important, knowing the schedule of your child's school. Okay. Another thing is take advantage of those days off from school. So when they have like a parent institute day or teachers institute day, teacher conference day is usually still class, but they got the conferences after school, but whatever, you know what I mean, right? Okay. So, also you have to be, ready and aware of maybe your significant other's schedule. So this is important. And if you have a child who goes to school, know their schedule. So it is a lot, but being organized and being prepared will help you in the long run. You don't want to fall into being overwhelmed or overbooked for something, because obviously you're going to want to, and more than likely have to, choose the nursing program over what else may be going on. Another thing that I would like to say is create routines. Have a set day for your studying. Have set days for work. Now, the trouble with work that I notice is that you can't always get the schedule that you want. But more than likely, the school will provide you with the nursing program schedule, which changes. But the sooner the better you present it to your job. So the sooner you present it to your job, the better chance you have for getting the hours and days that you want. A lot of people do recommend working night shift. I don't know how far you may be in your program, but for example, it is good if you are able to work as a CNA. If you made it that far in the program, or if you took that class before, I would definitely recommend working as a CNA. One, you're getting the experience. Two, you have a better chance of being able to get a night shift position. And three, it's just, you have so much more flexibility, and it may help out with your family life. Now, granted, it does disrupt your sleep pattern, and sleep is so important. And it is hard because once you do get used to working nights, that being up for days is a little bit harder, but it is definitely doable. Okay. Another option you have is to be per diem or PRN to work. But there's so many things. Nowadays, since we've gone through the pandemic, there's so many different positions. You can utilize the skills that you already have and sell some type of service and just do things remotely, or sell a product or things like that to help supplement your income while going through nursing school, because a lot of people worry about having the financial stability on top of maintaining going to school and dropping their hours at work. I don't know if this is an option, but this past year, the kids went back to school, right? Now listen to this. They went back to school, but they had limited bus services. So Monday through Friday, I couldn't work because I had to take my kids to school. Now, it sucked to sacrifice every weekend. Every Saturday and Sunday, I did doubles. What was that? 32 hours every weekend, just so that I can have my same income. But it gave me the opportunity to do what I wanted and needed for my business Monday through Friday. You can possibly apply that same method to your lifestyle. And again, remember, this is temporarily, okay? So you're making a sacrifice for a long-term great result. Okay, so don't miss out on your opportunity because of fear of what you can't do, what you can't adjust to, because believe me, you can do it. Okay. All right, so tip number 3, this is mentally prepare to sacrifice missing events or your normal life. So I kind of started on that already, but again, remember, it's only temporary. This is not anything that you would have to do for the rest of your life. Okay, you're not doomed. You still have the chance to have a normal life because when you work for this, the end result is not only that you will become a nurse, but it's also that confidence that you'll get because you'll say, hey, despite all of my struggles and challenges or things that I was going through, I was able to muscle through it and finish nursing school. So it's really a great opportunity and it's definitely worth it. I'll be honest with you, a while back, I was feeling like if anybody asked me, I hope no one asked me this question, but if anybody asked me, should they become a nurse? I was like, absolutely not. Don't do it. Run for the hills. But that was because I was kind of in a bad space of where I was in my job and what I was going through. And I wasn't speaking from a kind place or I guess a truthful place. I was more so speaking from my emotional space. But once I figured out, or I got over that rather, I realized it would have been a huge mistake to tell people, no, don't go to nursing school because it's the best thing that I've ever done. Again, like I said, I've been doing it for 21 years. And just like any relationship, because this is my professional relationship, it has its ups and downs, but I absolutely love it. I'm absolutely thankful. So that's why I'm doing, I guess, my part. I want to give back to our nurses and encourage you. Do what you got to do. You know, what may work for some may not work for others, and that's okay. Find out what works for you. I tell people all the time, I'm used to chaos and I got organized chaos going on, but I'm trying to be a little bit more disciplined now. So I'm trying to find a better balance in my life right now, seeing as though, I have a lot going on. But it is so important and it's imperative that you can complete nursing school. You can graduate with honors. You can graduate with passing grades. You can work while you're going to school if you, one, get organized, two, make the decision to reach your goals. Just decide it and believe that you can do it, okay? And then lastly, just be mentally prepared, okay? You're going to have moments where you're going to just probably want to scream, cry, etc. I've had those moments. My classmates, we all had those moments. But a majority of us, and I think the program that we went through was known to be a very difficult program, but we survived. So you can too. So I want to say thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, okay? Like, subscribe, and share. Let's be clear, okay? Tell your friends about me. I will be posting more videos to help my nurses out. So regardless if you are a new nurse or a veteran nurse, seasoned nurse, whatever you want to call it, I am here to share my knowledge. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out, okay? Follow me on Facebook at LaKyla Speaks, or you can follow me or follow me on Instagram at iconic_voice. And you can follow my nonprofit at iconic_nurse network. So again, get organized. You got this. You can do it. You're going to be a great nurse. Just because you're watching this video, you made a decision that you already know that you want to be better or better than, what you think you can do. And believe me, you're already on the right track. So thank you for tuning in.